Hello everyone, welcome again to another episode of Jack's Hacks. Thanks to everyone for all the comments, likes and shares. Keep them coming and keep sharing it. It's really good to hear feedback on some of the tricks and hints that we've been giving over the series. So today is all about communication. It's a key thing as an entrepreneur or a business owner and or anyone that runs their own business, running their own desk. So I've got two basically tricks for you to help you make sure your communication is more efficient. Both of them tend to be for people that are not communicating very well at the other end, but hear me out and you'll see where I'm getting at this. So out of the two tricks, let's start with the first one, which is all mediums. And what do I mean by that? So you can communicate with people in many ways. You can nowadays do it Zoom, phone calls, emails, in person, if it's allowed, WhatsApp, any other particular platforms with on the computer, but they're the main ones. So the ones that we focus on for communicating is in-person, telephone calls, emails, texts and WhatsApps, really. So let's look at those as mediums. If you're trying to get hold of someone that maybe you've never communicated with before, or you are communicating with them a lot and they're very slow at coming back, what I would advise is try contact them on more than one medium. So for example, normally you might drop them a call and leave a voicemail. But what I would probably do is drop them a call, leave them a voicemail, send them an email, follow up with a text and or a WhatsApp. And what that does is it spreads your chances of you being at the top of the list when they do pick up any of those particular devices or communication notifications. And why that's good is because if this individual needs to come back to you with important documentation, needs to sign something off, you want their opinion, you're going to get served a response first because you're making more of an effort of going on more channels to them. You may think this is time consuming, but it's really not, and it really does improve your turnaround of business in a day to a week to a month to a year. So try out all mediums. I tend to put in a call, leave a voicemail, follow up with an email and drop them a text, or if they're on WhatsApp, give them a WhatsApp. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is slightly more harassing, if that is even possible. Tip number two is basically making the individual accountable and exposed. Bear with me, it's not that bad, but it does hold them accountable. So from time to time again, especially if we're dealing with a public or council organisation, which I'm sure people do all the time, or a utility company, it's really difficult to get a response, like really difficult. Sometimes weeks or months. And these can hold things up for us as a business or a project, and it's really painful. So we've adopted a technique which is basically CCing in people in. And most commonly I'll CC someone in from my team. Sometimes I'll CC someone in from their team or their business. And there's a really good reason for this. If you're having one-to-one direct communication, it's very easy for them to fall into a habit of being a bad communicator, and they don't consciously know that. They might just not want to get back to you, or it's a bit of an arduous task and they don't want to get their head into the detail or other. But let's just say that you're giving them a good excuse if it's just you and them, because if you just say they're really bad at communicating, no one really cares. So what you do by CCing in people in, whether it's your side or their side, is you are basically making them accountable so that they know that other people are seeing this communication. They need to see they're going to see a response back, but also it's exposing them. What is their service like? What do other people think? So it becomes more of a perspective, and trust me, they will come back quicker. I can guarantee it. Sometimes twice as quick. Sometimes just it isn't even an issue anymore. So tip number two, and please do use this at the right times. We tend to do it, let's say we're really chasing for something and we need an urgent message, and so we've sent this a week ago, we haven't had a response. Please, can someone attend this? They might be away from their desk or they might be on annual leave. You're suggesting that there's a good reason for this, but there isn't. So you CC someone else. Anyway, so tip number two is CCing in other people within their team or your team. Use it logically because it is really powerful. And I can guarantee, please message me when you have success with this because it does work. Thanks once again for watching. Please like, share and follow, and any questions in the box. If you want me to talk about something in particular that you find really painful, or you haven't got a solution for it that may be communication focused, send a comment and I'll come back to you.